morning everyone, I hope that you're well. Today's Tuesday, I don't know the date, let me check. The 22nd of June. Mario has gone back to work today after being off for the last, week. Because it's been 10 days since he was in contact with the person who tested positive for COVID. He's fine, he hasn't tested positive, he's been testing all week, he's tested negative, he just hasn't gone anywhere all week, but now he's back at work. So I'm back to doing a little studio vlog, showing you my day-to-day, what I do whilst running my business. Yeah, I hope that you're all well, that you've had a nice weekend. It's actually sunny here today, which is great, very windy looking though. But it's been absolutely chucking it down with rain for the last few days, so that's great. I know the plants need rain, but do they need constant rain all day? I'm sure some do, but I also need sun sometimes. Got my little sunflower earrings on by Tiny Sunshine Shop. And today's plan is to continue beading stitch markers for the 12 Days of Christmas Advent calendar. I guess it's kind of Advent, 12 Days of Christmas, Stitchmas. 12 Days of Stitchmas is what I've called it. In which you get 6 stitch markers and 6 mini skeins. I'm currently working on one of the time-consuming stitch markers instead of doing all the quick, easy ones first. So by the time I'm fed up with doing them, I should be doing the quick and easy ones. But the ones I'm currently doing take me half an hour to do each, and that's not me exaggerating. They genuinely take me half an hour each to do, which is kind of annoying. I've got 30 of them to make. I'm 19 in, so I've only got 11 to go, so I can try and bash them out today. We'll see how the concentration goes. But yeah, I'm going to sit and do some while I feel motivated. I usually feel motivated in the morning, and then by the time the afternoon hits, I'm really sick of bead weaving, so I do something else. I ordered a new phone, and that is arriving today. Very exciting. So I look forward to that. I've had this one a few years, and you may have noticed that I used to live stream a lot more than I currently do, and that's because the microphone on this phone is actually terrible, and I've tried plugging stuff in and blah blah blah, and people still say they can't hear me, so I just don't live stream as much anymore. So I'm hoping with the new phone I'll be able to get back to live streaming a bit more frequently, because I do enjoy live streaming. I do find it fun, so hopefully I can do that a bit more frequently once the new phone arrives and I've got it all set up. I hate setting up new phones. Got to sort my pictures out and transfer stuff across and blah 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 blah. What a faff. Anyway, I need to go get the bin in, but there's someone waiting for someone in the house for the house opposite. So I'm going to wait till they've gone, and then I'm going to go get the bin in and get bead weaving, I guess. I cast on my Lodestar jumper, but I'll chat about that in a bit because I've done enough talking so far this morning. So I've been bead weaving for a little bit. I've still got a few more stitch markers to make. I had to go and have a small nap because I fell asleep late last night and then woke up early this morning when Mario left for work, and I needed a nap because I wasn't concentrating on what I was doing. And I've learned better than to try and work through it, because I don't work through it. So I went and had a nap. So what I'm going to do now is pop the kettle on, because let's go make a cup of tea. Okay, let's chat knitting. A cardigan's had to go on because it's chilly, considering it's almost July. Anyway, I'm knitting the Loader Star, which is in summer 2021 number 37 issue of Pom Pom Quarterly, and it is this one. And it's so pretty. And it's so lovely. So I cast it on Sunday evening because I finished, oh, they're all trimmed off. I finished my blueberry waffle socks. I just need to block them. And I also finished my everyday slouchy beanie, which I also need to block. And I finished them both on Sunday, and I was like, well, what am I going to do with my life? I don't have any knitting on the needles, like none at all. Other than my Coziest Memories blanket, and also my granny square blanket, which is crochet technically, so it's not ever on the needles. So I cast on my Loader Star, and I knit it all on Sunday. I didn't knit it all on Sunday, I'm not a mad woman, but I got a good chunk done of it on Sunday. And then I looked at it yesterday, and I was like, my short rows don't make any sense at all. Eventually realised I completely misread the instructions, so had to rip it out and start again. But I managed to pick up at the bottom of my ribbing, so just had to do the short rows again and then go down. So that was fine, I didn't have to cast on again. But yeah, so far going well. So this is what I've got. I have my little stitch markers from Yarnistry dotted around, and some extra ones because I ran out of my Yarnistry ones because this requires so many stitch markers. And now I'm moving stitch markers backwards and forwards. It's a bit of a pain when I have to tink back when I forget a yarn over, which happens a surprising amount. But yeah, so I'm getting to, where did I put the magazine? I literally just had it here. Covered it up. So I'm doing sort of this bit here. I've started to do this bit with more knitting in between. So I'm moving my stitch markers back and forwards. And yeah. So I'm only using one ball of wool at the moment because I have no idea how I'd alternate skeins on a lace pattern. So I'm just doing one ball. It's really difficult to get an accurate colour. It's a bit of a cooler toned raspberry colour than it's showing up, but it's still very pretty. This is on my Sturdy DK base, and this is my Potion of Healing colourway. It's like a muted red colour, raspberry-ish colour, and it's very nice. So I might have to start dyeing that up for the shop at some point. But yeah, I have a teacup stitch marker to mark the end of my round. Teacup. And then, yeah, got lots of stars all around, and then a couple of these locking ones. Surprisingly enough, don't have a single one of my beaded stitch marks on here, so I might have to change that at some point. But yeah, it seems to be going quite well. I'm enjoying it. It's a fun knit. Only gripes is that there are no charts, and I do love a chart. But there are no charts, so what you gonna do? Yeah, and just because it's in a magazine, it's just a wall of text, so I have to read things really carefully. I have to sit with it open and read it. And at the moment, I actually have to like read the instructions as I'm knitting for this new bit that I'm doing, because I've only done the repeat once, so that would be why. But it looks really pretty, and I can now recognise the stitch pattern, so I know when I've gone wrong, which is nice. But yeah, it's a really fun knit. So that is the Lodestar, and that is by Kirsten Rovetta, I believe is how it's pronounced. And Selena of Through the Wardrobe Bianco and I are hosting an informal Lodestar along on Instagram, so if you'd like to join, that would be delightful. But yes, I've just switched to my 32-inch needles. I should have done it one before, because you know when people do the pictures of their knitting, and it's their needles in the round, and it's like, ooh, look how great this looks. These are the wrong size, so you can't fully see the pattern, but that's fine. I need to do a picture for Instagram at some point. And I'm using my new Sushi little grey girl bag to house it in. But yeah, I am enjoying it, and it's nice to reward myself with some knitting at the end of a day of bead weaving. So yeah, I want to knit it now, but I'm not going to. I'm going to keep bead weaving for a little bit longer. Try and get to 25 of these done by the end of the day. Although saying that, there's not actually that. That would only be 3 more, which isn't that many. So I'll try and push and see how many more I can do today before the concentration wanes. But yeah, Mario should be home soon. Oh my goodness, Mario left for work this morning. He is my husband. He is a baker. He has been off for the last week or so because there was a COVID scare at work, and so he's back to work today. And he texted me this morning shortly after he left. What time did he text me? Ten to 6. He sent me a text at 10 to 6. We had the bakery's sourdough starter at home, and he's been feeding it all week, making sure that it's kept alive and stinky, as sourdough starter tends to be. And then he built it back up yesterday, ready to mix with it today. He sent me a text at 10 to 6, which was about quarter of an hour after he left for work, maybe. And he said, I've made a huge mistake. We've been watching a lot of Arrested Development while he's been off. In fact, all of Arrested Development while he's been off. And yeah, he sent me a picture of the footwell of the passenger seat just filled with sourdough starter. So obviously the tub was sat on the back seat, I'm guessing. And then it fell off the back seat and spilt out everywhere. See, I would have put the seat belt around it, but it wasn't me that was driving, so yeah. So we have that to contend with when he comes home. He's meant to be coming home earlier today because he's going to bed at 6 or some obscene hour, because he's going into work super early tomorrow. So he's meant to be coming home earlier today, so then he can try to clear up the sourdough starter that's going to be stinking out our car. I don't even know where you'd begin with that, but yeah. So that's how his morning's gone. Happy Tuesday! So these are the pre-orders that I've dyed up. I've just flipped them all over so the damp bits that are underneath are on top and can dry in the sunshine, and hopefully I can get them packed up soon. This is Gift for Lolth, and then this is Stardust. You've cleared me out with a sparkle base, but it looks so pretty, so pretty. I'm now wishing I'd dyed myself up an extra skein so I could have cast some on, but yeah. It's really nice, but now it's out in the sunshine, so I need to keep an eye on the weather. But it looks pretty blue up there, so hopefully this will dry soon, and then I can twist it up in the next couple of days and take it to the post office Friday at the latest is the goal, because then I'm going away on Saturday. So yeah. So this is the carpet from the floor well of the car, and it was absolutely covered in sourdough starter, but luckily it lifted out. We scraped, well, the royal we, Mary scraped it off, sprayed it down with the hose, and most of it's come off, which is good. But we probably still need to get our car properly cleaned, because it's pretty gross. He has to go to work super early tomorrow, so that is why he's gone to bed. But yeah, I've been trying not to buy on Amazon as much, so I did cancel my Prime membership for a few months, but Amazon Prime Day, and I know Amazon doesn't need any more money, but I do need a new phone, so I thought I would take advantage of the savings and the sales, and so I bought a Samsung Galaxy S21, so I need to set that up. I got it in Phantom Purple. It's such a pretty colour. And I got a case for it as well, and a pop socket, because that's what I use in the back of my phone and I use it all the time, so I thought I kind of need another one. It's a sparkly case, because why the devil not? But yeah, so it was reduced, and Samsung currently have a cashback thing happening, so I've applied for the cashback already, because I'm not going to miss out on a saving if I can avoid it. Because yeah, I've been looking at that phone for quite a while to get one, just because my phone's it's a few years old now, and the microphone isn't very good, and the camera isn't very good, and I use it for taking pictures of my stitch markers, because I think I would need a different lens than this one to take a picture for stitch markers, because if I try and use this one, it's still very slightly out of focus, which is annoying. So I'm hoping that this is better, but I need to like charge it up and sort it out and transfer stuff across. So oh, excuse me, switching arms. I've decided that that is a job for tomorrow as opposed to a job for today. I've only got 6 stitch markers left to make, which is good. But I think, how warm is it? I'll go step outside and see. I might go for a little walk under the moon of love, just because the sun is shining and it's really nice out, and Mary has already gone to bed, so what else am I going to do? So I might go for a little walk, and then when I come back, either knit some more while watching the Critical Role wrap up, or play on The Sims. Options. I haven't played on The Sims in ages, because it's one of those games where like you play it obsessively for a while, and then for me it's like 3 or 4 weeks or so, and then I don't touch it again for 6 months. So I tend to be quite forgiving of myself if I non-stop play The Sims for a bit. But yeah, the new expansion pack comes out soon. I'm very excited because it's like farming. Yes. I posted the picture of Mario's yeast explosion. That sounds gross. It's not a yeast anyway, it's leaven explosion. And so many people are messaging me on Instagram. That's really funny. But yeah, so I might go for a little walk. So I went out and had a lovely little walk in the sunshine. It's delightful, lots of pretty flowers out, just pretty chill. I'm currently watching the Critical Role campaign 2 wrap up. I'm about an hour in, very much enjoying it so far. Randomly, after I finished filming the bit before I went out for a walk, I stood up and then somehow rolled my ankle and fell over. I don't know how I managed that. Very weird, but hey. The yarn is still drying outside because the sky is clear, I will obviously bring it in before I get to bed, and I might have to shut the conservatory door because I'm feeling a bit chilly. But yeah, I'm just going to take it easy breezy and keep watching this campaign 2 wrap up. It's currently 5 to 8. And yeah, just feeling pretty chill. Rather productive day, but could have finished those stitch markers if I'd have pushed myself. But hey, joy of being self-employed. I can work when I want, on what I want. But yes, I'm looking forward to setting up my new phone tomorrow. Should be fun. I hate setting up new phones. I hate transferring everything across. It's very stressful. Always requires a lot of Googling. I've only done it 3 times in total, so I always forget what to do. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to subscribe. Follow me on social media. Links can all be found in the description box below, along with any other information that I think you might need. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know how your weekend was. What did you get up to? And yeah, give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. It was really lovely spending the day with you today. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you very soon in my next video. Bye.